You think you know everything about your favorite anime? What if I told you there's a secret world hiding behind the screen, full of shocking truths and unbelievable stories? Let's dive into 15 facts that will change how you see these iconic shows forever. Starting with a classic. In the original Dragon Ball manga, Goku was supposed to be a girl. Can you even imagine that? Akira Toriyama's editor thankfully suggested making the hero a boy, worried a female protagonist wouldn't fly in a shonen series back then. And thus the Goku we know and love was born. Now let's talk Titans. The grotesque, horrifying Titans from Attack on Titan. Their designs were actually inspired by drunk people. Seriously. Hajime Isayama saw a drunk customer at an internet cafe who he couldn't communicate with, and it made him realize the most terrifying animal is the human being itself. That's where the unsettling, uncanny valley look of the Titans comes from. Sweet dreams tonight. Speaking of unsettling, remember the beautiful, melancholic soundtrack of Tokyo Ghoul's Unravel? The singer TK actually sang the song so intensely that his jaw dislocated mid-recording. He popped it back in and kept going. That's dedication. You can literally hear his pain in the track. Ever wonder why Ash Ketchum never seems to win a major Pokemon League? Well, there's a fan theory and it's a dark one. Some believe he's been in a coma since that Spearow attack in the very first episode. Everything that happens afterward, his eternal youth, the fantastical journey, is just a dream. It explains a lot, doesn't it? Let's lighten it up. One Piece holds the Guinness World Record for the most copies published for the same comic book series by a single author. We're talking over 500 million copies worldwide. Eiichiro Oda has created an empire built on pirates, friendship, and a whole lot of devil fruit. But what about the names? In Death Note, L's real full name is L. Loliot. The creator wanted to give him a name that sounded cool but didn't actually exist. So L is literally just L. Simple, iconic, and unforgettable. From simple names to complex worlds. The city in Fullmetal Alchemist Amestris is heavily based on industrial-era Germany. The political turmoil, the military-focused state, even the names like Führer. It's all a dark reflection of European history, adding a layer of chilling realism to the fantasy. Let's jump to the world of ninjas. Naruto's favorite food, ramen, wasn't just a random choice. Masashi Kishimoto, the creator, is a huge ramen fan himself and based the Ichiraku ramen shop on a real-life ramen place he used to visit near his university. So yes, you can technically visit Naruto's favorite spot. Now for a billion-dollar fact. The anime industry is worth over $25 billion. That's billion with a B. From manga to merchandise, streaming rights to video games, it's a global powerhouse that started with humble ink and paper. Did you know that the creator of Sailor Moon, Naoko Takeuchi, is married to the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter, Yoshihiro Togashi? They are the ultimate anime power couple. Imagine the creative energy in that house. Back to the feels. The ending of the movie Your Name was originally much sadder. In an early draft, Taki and Mitsuha were supposed to walk past each other on the stairs and never realize who the other was, just feeling a vague sense of loss. Thank goodness director Makoto Shinkai gave us the ending we deserved. Here's one for the Studio Ghibli fans. In Spirited Away, when Chihiro's parents turn into pigs, it's not just random. It's a metaphor for the greed of Japan's bubble economy in the 1980s, where people became consumed by their desires. Hayao Miyazaki doesn't pull any punches. Let's talk about censorship. When Cardcaptor Sakura was brought to the US, they edited out many of the romantic subplots, especially the same-sex crushes, fearing it was too controversial. They changed character relationships and cut entire scenes, creating a completely different feel from the original Japanese version. And for our final two, the big three of the 2000s, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, were so dominant in Shonen Jump magazine that it was almost impossible for any other series to get the top spot for years. They defined an entire generation of anime fans. And finally, a fact that brings us full circle. Remember how Goku was almost a girl? Well, the most successful and highest-grossing anime film of all time, Demon Slayer Mugen Train, features a gentle, kind-hearted protagonist, Tanjiro Kamado, who many say breaks traditional shonen hero molds. Perhaps the industry is finally ready for a different kind of hero. So you think you know anime? Maybe it's time to rewatch your favorites and see what secrets you can find.